Hey you guys, welcome back to Alleyways, or if it's your first time here, welcome to my channel. Thank you all so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video, and if you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications so you know when I have new content. For today's video, I wanted to answer and address a question I get asked all the time. And that question I get asked on YouTube and by friends and relatives is, why do you want to go on a Disney Cruise Line vacation? A lot of people really have questions and doubts about whether it's the right trip for them. We hear things all the time like, isn't that just for children, or isn't that just for families? Or, oh, I wouldn't want to take a vacation where I was surrounded by screaming kids. And I just wanted to take the time to make this video in case you were like us when we first started traveling and were wondering if Disney Cruise Line was the right choice for you. And there's essentially three main reasons why I think any adult choosing to take a Disney Cruise Line vacation is going to love it. Let's get started. Okay, so let's get started with reason number one. The very first reason why Disney Cruise Line is great, really whether you're an adult, a family, single, why it's great for anybody is Disney differences. Now, if you don't know what that is, these are things that the company does to make sure that the customer experience is above and beyond any other brand in their field. And I can really see how these come into effect with Disney Cruise Line. As somebody who has gone with other cruise lines, I've experienced Disney differences, and they are truly the reason that I will only ever sail with Disney. And I talk about these in other videos at length, my why I prefer Disney Cruise Line videos. I'll put them in the description box down below and cards here if you really want to hear more about them in detail. But essentially the point that I'm making is, if you choose to go with Disney Cruise Line, it's my belief that you're going to experience better service, better food quality, better entertainment, better private island experience, better accommodations, and just more bang for your buck. I realize that Disney Cruise Line is more expensive than other cruise lines, but their rate really includes more in the all-inclusive aspect. So all in all, I think that Disney Cruise Line is just a superior guest experience to other cruise lines in the industry. I know, and I always say on every video, to each their own, different strokes for different folks. We all have different opinions and we're looking for different things in our vacations. And I know that other people may like other cruise lines more. Me, it's just a personal thing. Disney is above and beyond any other cruise line I've ever experienced, and those Disney differences truly do make your experience unforgettably magical. So that's the number one reason why Disney Cruise Line is great for any adult looking for a luxurious and wonderful vacation. Specifically with cruising, they win tons of cruise line awards. And I think that if you are somebody that's interested in cruising, this is the best possible cruise experience you can have because of this really deep branding experience that Disney is going to give you. The second reason that I think any adult that wants to sail with Disney Cruise Line 100% should do it is Disney Cruise Line offers more and better adult-only areas and entertainment. Something that I think people maybe don't think out or realize about Disney Cruise Line is that they realize that they're catering to their family market. They realize that that is their main demographic, and they've kept that in mind when planning the design of the ship and the activities. So they have areas and activities for every age group. For instance, on the pool deck, there is a pool area for infants to toddlers, toddlers to adolescents, adolescents to preteens and teens. There's also corresponding kids clubs for all of those age groups. So if you're like me and my family and you're traveling and you're going to spend the majority of your time in the adult only area, you're not going to see kids there. They're going to be at those areas on the pool deck, or even spending a ton of the time in the incredible kids clubs. My friends that travel with children tell me that their kids really never want to leave the kids clubs. So a lot of times during the day, we don't see or interact with a lot of children because even when we're walking through the pool deck area, it's never too crowded because there are so many places for the children to be and so many things for them to do just by themselves on board. Another thing is the activities for adults start in the morning and go all the way until the evening. Of course, you can choose to just kick back and relax on the pool deck that's reserved for just adults. There's actually two different areas. or else you can do the adult only activities. There is not only the pool deck area that's reserved for adults, but also the district. Now this is an area on the ship with adult lounges, bars, and theaters where adults can go and just be with their peers and experience more mature entertainment options. Another point that I want to make that I don't think people really think all the way through is that with Disney Cruise Line, people are traveling with their children and they're wanting to spend time with their children. So there's not as many adults in the adult only areas because those people are choosing to be in the family areas with their kids. That means that you're going to have these really peaceful, quiet moments on vacation on board Disney Cruise Line. And I absolutely love that. In my experience with other cruise lines, because they're catering to a much more mixed bag as far as the demographic goes, there's more areas that are designated for any and every age group, and you're really going to be in with, you know, small kids, college singles, honeymooning couples, families, adults. There's not as many areas that are set aside for just adults because every area kind of needs to fit anybody and everybody that might step on board. So for that reason, I really do think that if you are an adult traveling with Disney, you're going to have more areas where you can just be to yourself. And the last reason why I think any adult that wants a magnificent cruise vacation should choose Disney Cruise Line is that if you choose to, you can still experience the magic. Walt Disney once said, there's not a lot of grown-up in every child, but there's a lot of child in every grown-up. And I know for me, that's something that's certainly true. I know when it's time for me to go on vacation, I do need a break from the stress of work and everyday life, and cruising, especially with Disney, can be extremely relaxing. However, I do like being in an environment where when I want to, I can just act like a kid. I can really let my inner child out, and whether that means hopping on the aqueduct with my family, or going to family game shows, or watching Jack Jack's Diaper Dash, or going to a great Disney Broadway style show, I love having those moments. Also, the kids that you see normally are really well behaved. They're having magical moments with their own family, and it can be really heartwarming and sweet to see them. I'm somebody, I love children. Everybody in my family does, and that really does add a lot to your vacation as well, as seeing other people having these really, you know, heartwarming moments with their family and having the opportunity to just be a kid again. And nobody does that better than Disney. I know, as I mentioned before, the Disney differences as far as entertainment and dining goes will just blow other cruise lines out of the water. And I love having those magical moments and getting in touch with my inner child. And it's for all of these reasons that I think any adult that wants to have a luxurious cruise vacation should choose Disney Cruise Line. I know some people, you know, they might not be into cruising. There's some people that don't enjoy cruising. There may be some people that really don't want to be around children and would choose to go to an adult-only resort. And you know, for me, there's a time and a place for all of those things as well, but there's something truly magical and truly special about getting back on board with Disney Cruise Line. I know, I can't wait. I hope this was helpful for you if you're kind of struggling with this decision. As always, if you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comment section down below. I am always answering comments, happy to answer any questions. I've sailed with Disney a bunch of times now, and so I love to help. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you and your family and loved ones are safe and healthy and well during this time, and I'll see you next time here on Allee-Ways. Bye!